Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Optimus Frank, and if you are new to my channel and you like the content, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, also ring that bell for notifications of future content from this channel. In my last video, I announced that I'll be giving away a free Transformer. Stay tuned. I'll get into details later on in the video about that, and without further ado, let's move on with the review. Come on, Rat Trap, you can do it! Get out of there! So here I have the beautiful and deadly War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Deluxe class Black Arachnia. And as you can see, she's an accurate representation of the Beast Wars cartoon. Just to give you a good look around. But before we continue with this, let's get a look at the packaging. There's some artwork of Black Arachnia along the front to the side of the box, and she's in battle in both robot and beast mode. In the background we see, let me give you a closer look. In the background we see Waspinator, I believe it's Scorponok, and Dinobot. Also in the distance we see what appears to be the Nemesis in flight. So yeah, also on the other side we see that she is a 20-strip transformation, and there she is in both modes. And also on the side we cannot forget that Kingdom artwork. So like the Cyclonus review I did a while back, this Kingdom figure does come with a spoiler trading card, and it has a Dinobot. So if you don't want to know what it says or what it looks like under here, you know, skip about a minute ahead, or at least until you don't see the card anymore. So as many of you may remember, Dinobot, like Black Arachnia, defected from the Predacons in the 90s cartoon, and I think he defected first. So when you peel off the front of the card, we see, ooh, there's so much glare, it's messing with my lighting. I don't want to take it off either. So yeah, we see Dinobot leading a faction, or like a group of Maximals and Predacons, like a mix. And in Cybertronian on the bottom, I'm just going to give you the translation because, you know, it is a part of Dinobot's character. Dinobot did defect, so this says roughly, not even roughly, it exactly says leads United Factions. So here you have, I believe it's Dinobot along, just kind of like the front of the box. You have also Black Arachnia. You do see, I believe that's Rat Trap right there. There's Scorponok and Cheetor's on the bottom, and on the top, it's easier to make out. You can see a, I believe it's Air Razor. So unless it's named anything else, I think it's Air Razor. So I can't wait to get that bot and show him off to you. Let me see if I can get you closer. There he is. There you go, right there. Guess I have to get away from the light. So yeah, there's Air Razor, Scorponok, Rat Trap, if you can see him, and then there's Black Arachnia, along with Cheetor there. And then we have the Raptor Dinobot. Back of the card, you have this medallion. So as I may have mentioned before, she is pretty accurate to the 90s cartoon. And that's what's so great about this figure. She's a really feminine figure. I mean, I think she's the first fembot that's really gotten an in-depth story or character. She's probably the first one who's ever really had any personality. Which, you know, which is great, and she's a very interesting figure because she is also, like Dinobot, commonly known as a defector. She used to be a Predacon, and now she's a Maximal, or at least that's how the Beast Wars cartoon ended. And she was a good guy, but before that she was a bad guy. I mean, she's a feminine figure, and she's decorated in a very feminine way. She wears her Predacon insignia like a necklace right there. She has these kneecaps here that make the rest of her legs look like she has on a nice pair of boots, you know, and even her legs in the back, they look like they can be like some kind of, I'm not sure what you call it, kind of like a little, looks like kind of like a scarf accessory or something, but the way it's kind of like a cape almost, you know, the way they come together. She has this cute little backpack there, that's awesome. She has a little crown or tiara, you'd say. So many things that are girly about her, which is cool. And she has a nice paint job. She also has boobs. She has boobs, and they also have paint job on them. It's very symmetrical and stuff, and it's very it's very femme, you know. So it's really good how they really made her and stuff. And even these claws, the detail, you have yellow and black, but it's not just painted over. You actually, if you run your nail through these, you can feel where in the mold they're divided there. So they really did a good job with her. Let me back her up there. And you know, they gave her some nice articulation. Her neck is on a ball joint, and it's also on her head is on a ball joint, but her neck is on a swivel, kind of like Cyclonus. And she can look up and down. She can tilt her head any which way. Her shoulders, her shoulder articulation is not like it looks like it's on a ball joint, but it's actually like on a double swivel, kind of like you know, criss and cross. So it looks like it is in a ball joint, which is awesome. She has the standard rotation of just about any bot, and she has no finger articulation because she has these claws, but the claws are at the right size so she can hold her weapon, which we'll see in a second. She has that ankle tilt, no knee or thigh rotation, no hip rotation either, which is fine. You know, you sacrifice some things to make this Autobot great, or this Maximal great, I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, small things to sacrifice for I guess what looks great. So yeah, let me give you a closer look at her head sculpt, the detail, similar to the cartoon. I just love this backpack. It's pretty cool. And I mean, you got some hollowness here, and that's fine. It's okay. There are just some things that you can overlook. A lot of things, like this little marks here, that's fine. But all in all, it's a really nice figure. Her weapon is a crossbow with jagged edges. And I believe you can fit some blast effect there, which is fine. And also, one of the cool parts about this weapon in particular is that you need it for her transformation. And, you know, seeing is better than believing. So let's just get into her transformation and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let me get this out of the way, out of sight, out of mind, and, or at least in the background, out of mind, if that rhymes at all. Does not at all. So, yeah, first thing we do is we flip the toes up. It's one of the things you can start with. You can really start in a number of spots. Next, you want to move that back there. Her head is going to turn around at a 180. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to separate her abs from her torso, from her crotch plate there. So it's going to come up. And you want the head to clear this little hole there, this little cavity. And once you have that going on, you can move her boobs up. This usually comes in like this, so you want to unfold this, and it can go right over, just like this. Okay, providing the head is clear, this little threshold here, where my fingernail is. So, next thing you want to do is you want to put your finger here at the teeth, the fangs. I'm not sure what they are, the mandibles, and you want to bring the arms together like this, and you want to pull this out, twist it around at a 180, and push it back in. So there we go. Next, for now, we'll just leave the arms alone. Arms should always come last, I think, because you need this in place for the arms to work. Or at least I think, yep, you do. So yeah, it's just about, I mean, this transformation, if I can describe it, is you're just packing everything in nice and neatly. So you fold these back, and you're going to want to make sure that you bring this out enough, or bring this in so that the legs can twist, just like this. And you want this one to twist too. So this, you want it to twist this way, just like that. And let me see, I think I got this one wrong. Just like this. So you want this to twist just like that, and it'll eventually, this little portion of her upper thigh will, will go in just like that. It'll fit with the back shell. And this one, guess you have to get it like right angle or something. Maybe you do have that. You do have that thigh rotation. Okay, it's different though. Anywho, so I believe, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there is some tight thigh rotation. That's probably what it is. So yeah, once you figured that out, I said just a correction, there is thigh rotation there. There's rotation there, so you want these fangs up. Now you got to fix the rest of this. Her arms are out of whack. So these shoulders actually need to come together. They need to be together in order for it to work, especially with the weapon. So just a little observation here. See these feet here? And yeah, this does snap in, which is part of the transformation. So the bottom of her feet, these little parts of the soles here, they are made with these little tabs that help these arms fit into place. And yeah, when you first transform her, it's like there's so much going on here. So what you want to do is you want to bring these claws together, and you want the longer portions facing out just like that. So, and what happens is these little tabs sticking out of the bottom of the feet, they will these claws will kind of like hold them in a way. So you have enough space there, and it should look more or less like this. Now that is not the hardest part, but you want to make sure that before this next step, we're almost done. You just want to make sure they're together and make sure these are in, so you want to press down. And the hardest part of this transformation, and what I don't like about this transformation so much, is the weapon, because the weapon does cover her face right here. So what you're going to do is this weapon on the bottom, along with the hand, the claw tab there that she holds it with. You have these two little tabs here, and they go right into this little black portion here. I don't know if you can see it with my fingernail, right there and there. Yeah, this is a better shot. Right here and there. So you're going to want to make sure that this little microphone portion goes towards the head. So you want to put these little tabs right in there. And once they're in place, what I like to do is, not in place, they're in place now. I want to take my fingers and put pressure right behind the elbows. So, but it has to be straight. So, and this has to be together. These little shoulders. So once it's there again, try it. One definite thing is that sometimes this falls out easily. So I think I got it in there pretty tight. Let's see how long it lasts. If it falls out, don't say I didn't warn you. So here she is in her beast mode. And I feel it's so real looking, and I hate spiders. Part of me, I think it's beautiful, and I think it's ugly at the same time. And, I'm not a spider person. I hate spiders like Indiana Jones hates snakes. And, yeah, part of me feels like killing it. But, actually holding it makes me feel like I'm holding an actual live spider almost. So it's really well done. And here's a nice little side profile of it. And let me give you a closer look. At the front, you get that spider face. These shoulders double as, I guess, the fangs. And I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, but it looks great. You have this little microphone thing. It looks like a fly eye or something with multiple eyes. But yeah, if it works for me, that's fine. And here's how the bottom looks. There's complete facial coverage there, which is great. The claws stick out in the back in an insect sort of way. And she has these little spider warts there in the back. Yeah, this is great. And you have this Black Widow red here. And it's just an awesome alternate figure. And, one of the coolest thing I appreciate about this is that the legs are so articulate. You can pose her so many ways, and she can stand on her own. It's not hard to pose her. And, yeah, we have a itsy bitsy, not so itsy bitsy. It's pretty big spider by my standards, So, yeah, if I found one of these things about this size, see, there you go. Came out. I'll get it back on. So if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and ring that bell for future notifications if you like the content. Also, don't forget, if you like and subscribe, you'd be entered into the drawing for this free Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy, Chromia. And yeah, she's also in the Earthrise. So yeah, it's a free bot, and nothing's better than free. So moving on, I'm going to transform her back, and transforming her back is just a matter of unballing her up, really. And another thing I don't like, once again, is that this weapon, you can just tap her in the front and it just pops off right there, just like that. So yeah, I wish they figured a better way of attaching this bot on, even if they made a port or somehow made a latch to strap it in. But yeah, moving on. To transform her, first thing you want to do is take the arms, bring them back, that's like that, and you want to take the legs and undo them, separate them, and the legs are here, and you just twist them here, bring them back. Sure in the right spot there, here. And I think I have this leg joint there. So here, there. And when the legs are in place as they were, you bring the shell out and you want her head to clear that little threshold there. So bring it back. Move the arms out of the way. Before you do that, forgot you have to take these arms and you have to put your finger on the spider mandibles or teeth there. You bring that out, twist it at a 180, push it back in, and now you can put the head back through the threshold, turn the head back at a 180, chest falls in line, or just bring it back down, and you tuck this little part of the shell in. Now it's her backpack, and align the arms like necessary. And that's it. You just unball her up, put her pinches in position. Oh, and one little detail, you want to make sure that this spider face here, the red, is out of sight. And there you go. That's how she came in the box. And this is how she should be. Once again, I think they did a great job at bringing Black Arachnia to life. And this version of Black Arachnia really treats her right. So this has been my review of War for Cybertron Deluxe Class Kingdom Black Arachnia. Thanks for watching. If you like the content on this channel, drop a like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications of future content from this channel. Plus, don't forget, if you like and subscribe, you have a chance to win a free Transformer. I'll draw a name out next Sunday, and we'll announce the winner during my Kingdom Warpath review. So if you're interested in a free Transformer, and nothing's better than free, jump in on the action and like and subscribe. And once again, I'm Optimus Frank, and I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe till all are one.